Hey guys, so you know how I said to not look at the leaks and just, you know, watch it when it comes out? And I said I would support the official release, but I mean, you could totally find leaks if you wanted to. I really only said that because I thought the leaks were going to be hard to find and that they were going to be like really deep down in the internet, but turns out they are not. So I found them very easily on DailyMotion, and I found Secrets and Pies on YouTube earlier today. I watched Uncommon Bond, Secrets and Pies, and the season 7 finale just now. I just finished watching the finale. It was really good. Um, Josh did a wonderful job. I am so proud. And Uncommon Bond was really good. It's probably my favorite episode of the season. Um, and I'm really happy how that episode turned out. So I'm gonna do a quick little review of Secrets and Pies, and then I'm gonna talk a little bit about Uncommon Bond, and then I have some other stuff to talk about. So let's get into Secrets and Pies. This is not scripted. So the episode starts off with Twilight at Sugar Cube Corner, and she's, I think, either helping or just watching Pinky make the pie for Rainbow Dash. I don't know, but Pinky is making pie for Rainbow Dash for her 73rd training session as a Wonderbolt. And, Twilight mentions how specific that is, and I forget what Pinky says to that, but she's like, I'm so excited to make this pie for Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash loves my pies, and she loves making them for Rainbow Dash. So that was cute. I ship them, if you don't know that. I said that in the description of my last video, and it's probably the only ship that is not canon that I actually legit ship in this show. It's crazy. I didn't think I would ever really seriously ship any of the ships in this show, but I ship them now. So, yeah, let's continue with the episode. So then Pinky goes to see Rainbow Dash at her training session, and she's like, happy 73rd training session, and Rainbow Dash is like, well, that's specific. And again, I forget what she says to that, and then Pinky is so excited to give her this pie, and she's like, here you go, I made this just for you, and Rainbow Dash is like, oh, you didn't have to do this, and it sounded so genuine, and the fact is that it kind of is, and we'll see why later in the episode. But, before you know what happens and why she's doing this, you think her reaction is genuine until you see this.
Knew she'd love it.
She goes to talk to this guy who took out the trash, and she's like, did you see a pie in it? And he's like, I don't know. And then Pinky goes home and is getting really paranoid and starts having a breakdown. And yeah, so she's starting to think, have I ever seen Rainbow Dash actually eat one of my pies? And so she's thinking about all the times that she's given Rainbow Dash a pie at her birthday, whenever this was, and some other event, and just these little things that Pinky loves to give her pies because she thinks that Rainbow Dash loves them, and she loves to see Rainbow Dash happy, but yeah. But Rainbow Dash has been lying to her and getting rid of these pies any way she can, but pretending to eat them to spare Pinky's feelings. And Pinky is determined to get to the bottom of this, so she's talking to Gummy, and she decides to investigate. Goes to the Wonderbolts and finds out that they've been getting pie donations, and she goes to Nurse Fauna and finds out that Tank has been having stomach aches, like Dash said, and this is being confirmed by the doctor. And yeah, she shows her this picture, and then she goes to Cheerily, and she finds out that Rainbow Dash has been donating pies to the school, and it's been every half birthday, and Pinky has been giving her pies then as well. So then has this whole chart, and she's looking at all the evidence, and she's like, Rainbow Dash hates my pies. Why am I laughing? This is serious. I'm so sorry. No, but in all seriousness, despite my laughter, I really do feel bad for Pinky, and I do like this episode. It's the best of all 3 episodes that Josh Hamilton has wrote, and I am so glad of that because I didn't think I had low expectations but high expectations at the same time for this, and I don't really know how, to be honest. But I'm glad that I enjoyed this episode. I have a little more faith in Josh than I did before. I just hope that his episodes that he writes later turn out to be just as good and even better. So at this point, I'm just tired and I don't feel like making this a recap anymore, so I'm just going to talk about my feelings regarding this episode. Like I said before, I ship Rainbow Pie. I actually ship it. They're insanely adorable together, and they really care about each other, and that's what makes this ship so special to me. And this episode only made me ship them more. And I'm glad that Josh Hamilton was able to do that with this episode because the previous episodes he's written, like I said in the last news episode, news video, this isn't really a series, but the frontal glidance and triple threat, decent and just not good. But, like I said before, I have gained a little more faith in this writer, and I hope to see good things from him in the future. So, yeah, and I really love what he did with the ending. It showed how strong their friendship is and how much Rainbow Dash really cares for Mickey. And I loved that the only reason that Rainbow Dash was actually doing this was because even though she didn't like pie, she was still eating them because she loved to see Pinkie Pie happy. And that really warmed my heart. I awed like a few times during this episode. I think they could have toned it down in the facial expressions a bit, and some of the things they did, like the yelling, were a little over the top. I think that could have been done a bit better, just like the yelling was over the top in the facial expressions in Parental Guidance and Triple Threat, but not as much so. It was more so the facial expressions in Parental Guidance and Triple Threat than the yelling, but there were also some weird little things here and there that were just kind of, uh, just weird is the only thing I can say. But, I liked this episode. It was fun to watch. It reminds you a little bit of Party of One, at least for me, and, well, I love this ship. It's just so great. I love that they love to see each other happy, and I love that Rainbow Dash cares for Pinkie so much, and that seeing a smile on her face just kind of makes this stuff worth it, and that she's willing to go through all that just for her. And I'm glad that Pinkie Pie. Where was I going with that sentence? There was no reason for me to use the word glad in that. Um, no. I love Pinkie Pie because of how sweet and caring she really is, no matter how insane and crazy she can get sometimes. She is really sweet. She is literally the kindest pony I think is in this show, and that's saying a lot because Fluttershy is the element of kindness, and I honestly think that Pinky's element fits perfectly, but I feel like she's even kinder than Fluttershy sometimes, and I love her for that. And so in the end, this episode had a beautiful resolution, even if Rainbow Dash was covered in that gross pie, which kind of made it a little weird, but her saying, "My hugs are not too tight," and the way she said it was just really nice. And so yeah, sorry the clips for the episode are over. Um, I am talking too long. But yeah, that was a good episode. I give it a 7 or 8 out of 10. 7.5 at the least, I guess. But thank you, Josh, for doing something good. I hope to see more of you doing that in the future. So please write good things. I have faith in you. Now let's talk about Uncommon Bond. A very wonderful episode. Like my recap, very sorry, for Secrets and Pies was very bad. My recap / review, I feel like that was both really bad, but I do love Rainbow Pie. It really does warm my heart. So I just wanted to talk about that a bit. But I'm going to keep this review for Uncommon Bond very brief and just say a few things that I really enjoyed about the episode. One thing I really liked was just the writing overall was just, I don't know how to say it. It was just really good. Trixie was wonderful in this. Maud was wonderful in this. It made me love Starlight even more, and I was glad to see Sunburst again. Josh Haber did a wonderful job. And honestly, I don't really want to review the season finale. It was kind of low-key in my opinion, but I really did enjoy it. I really did like seeing Star Swirl the Bearded finally for the first time, and it was just nice to see that the same writer was back to back after seeing, the episode Uncommon Bond having the same writer as the finale. And this probably sounds terrible, and I apologize for that. But yeah, Uncommon Bond was a great episode. I'm so glad that we got to see Trixie and Maud again, Starlight's two closest friends. It's nice to see them all the time, and same with Sunburst. Always nice to see all these side characters. So yeah, that's all I have to say for that. Actually, that was horrible. So I am sorry if the cringe levels are high right now on this, but me just saying the words "the cringe levels are high" was probably just cringy in itself. I am so awkward. Let's talk about season 8, shall we? So this actually happened quite a while ago, but we don't have a synopsis for season 8, episode 1 yet. Well, 1 and 2, because, it's obviously going to be a two-parter, but we don't have the synopsis for the premiere of season 8 yet, but we do have an animatic, and it's quite interesting. I am really looking forward to this premiere. I had heard that Chrysalis was going to be taking pictures of the main six, and the fact that she only took pictures of the main six surprised me. But this was the only news that I heard before actually seeing the animatic. And so when I saw that she didn't even take pictures of Starlight, it surprised me, because Starlight was supposed to be like the main person that she wanted to get revenge on. So why would she just not care about taking pictures of her? Why would she need just pictures of the main six? That's what I'm curious about. So without further ado, I'm just going to show you the animatic and then talk just a tiny bit more, probably barely say anything at all, and then close this off, because you're probably tired of hearing my voice and you're probably wondering why this video exists. So I'm going to show you the animatic right now.
Where is that photographer? No. I'm so sorry. Can you forgive me? I don't expect you to forgive me. Forgive me? Of course. I'll help you set up Princess Twilight. Thanks so much for this. The Canada Historical Society is thrilled to document the friendship work your teachers do. Let me just tidy you all up. Ow! Hey, don't want a single hair out of place, do we? This is for the history books. There! Now. Well, that's that. Bye! Forgot Starlight! She needs a picture too. Okay. Now get out of your range. I'm no
gets me so excited for season 8. I really love that Chrysalis is a returning villain and that she keeps coming back. Like, this is the 3rd time we have seen her in this series so far, and she has had some good comebacks. Well, she's only had one actual comeback, but she's a good villain. I appreciate her. So, I'm expecting a Reformation sometime soon, or they can surprise me and do something a bit different and still make it work. I trust My Little Pony completely, so I'm hoping Michael Vogel or Josh Haber has something to do with the premiere, and if not, that is cool, as long as it's a good writer. I will be cool with it. So, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed that animatic. I'm excited. And yeah, have a good day, night, whatever's going on wherever you are. I pause a lot. I'm so sorry. Good night, y'all.
This is my book, and I'm gonna read it!